and welcome to Herald TV's News Bulletin with me, Steffi Rego. Justice has prevailed. JMFC MAPSA has allowed Marian Borgo's application for temporary injunction. O Heraldo reportage on the French actor's plight paid off and the court dismissed the application of Nirmala, the widow of late Francisco de Souza, restraining Borgo from entering the suit house at Kalangut and from interfering in the possession. The court ordered that the electricity connection of the suit house be reconnected in 10 days.
Justice delayed but not denied for the French actress. The JMFC court MAPSA on Monday allowed application for temporary injustice filed by French actress Marianne Borgo. The court has ordered that the defendant are restrained from interfering with the possession of Marianne Borgo and further restrained dispossessing Borgo from the sweet house. Now, the highlights of the case is that the court has ordered that the defendants are restrained from interfering with the possession of Marianne Borgo and further restrain Borgo from sweet. The second order that the court passed was to reconnect the electricity connection of the sweet house in the next 10 days. The court has also dismissed the application filed by defendant Nirmala restraining Borgo from entering the house and interfering in their possession. The application was dismissed on the grounds that there was no evidence to show that Nirmala was ever in possession of the sweet house, while there is sufficient prima facie evidence that Marian was in possession of the house. Advocate Benny Nazareth representing Borgo said, all the three applications are behalf of French actress. Our next move would be to make sure that the electricity is reconnected as soon as possible. If they fail to do so, then it will be contempt of court followed by which we will make an application for police protection under which the electricity will be restored, said Advocate Nazareth. Meanwhile, Herald also got in touch with the French actress Marianne Borgo, wherein she said, since the day I left my house, I stayed in hotels. I thank my friends for their kindness and generosity that I was able to heal and was waiting for my court order, which was taking ages considering that all my things are still in the house. I had no clothes, nothing. I was just meditating and praying that enjoying the beauty of places where I was staying, thinking of my love for Goa was over and that I should fly back to France and never come back again. But this order, I hope, in the judiciary is back. Now watch to what Marian had to say.
Thank you to all of you, of course to my lawyer, Benny Nazareth, and to all his team, but to all my friends, to my supporters, and to the journalists, and mainly the Herald, who has been really saying the truth. So thank you to all of you. And today, it's a great day because everybody told me that being a foreigner would not have a chance. And I can see that there is a justice in India, and Madame le Juge made a wonderful judgment today. So that's wonderful for me, but for the name of justice. Thank you, Alleluia, and I wish you all a very, very happy Holi before Easter. Bye. Good night. For the first night in a month and a half, I'm going to sleep, I think. Thank you.
Story by Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
The lady in red from Seolim, who was frequenting the streets of Sao Tome Panjim residency area for about 2 months, is back on the streets, homeless and helpless again. SP North Nidin Walson said that she had been safely handed back to her brother Naresh. However, it is learnt that her brother too is not keeping in good health and sees her as a financial burden. On the same day when Nidin Walson put out the message, Herald TV sent a message to the North Goa SP that she would be back on the streets, as Donald Fernandez, trustee of Street Providence, told us.
Donald Fernandez, trustee of Street Providence, said the lady has psychological issues and is in need of medication. The Goa police have to take the trouble of doing the paperwork, and we are ready to admit her to our shelter home and look after her medication free of charge. Listen to the solution offered by Donald Fernandez.
Last week we had highlighted the issue along with Herald TV about this lady with the red sari who has been 2 months sleeping, roaming around Panjim, San Tome, Lavande area, and police had picked her up and dropped her back home. And we also had issued a statement, a bite, and SP North also had issued a bite. And immediately in the night, I had sent a message to Herald TV saying that this woman is going to be back on the street because she requires medication. And right enough, the lady is back again spotted in Panjim. So this is how actually such things need to be taken care of. Moment the police sees such people who are suffering from mental disabilities, they need to be taken to the IPHB. They need to be examined by the psychiatrist, and if medication is required, they need to be given the medication and at least 7 to 10 days admission in the IPHB, that is the mental hospital at Bamboli. After that, the police need to discharge them and admit them directly into our shelter home. In this case, the police dropped her to her brother's home and everybody was happy about it, including me, but this is not the right way. In fact, the brother had told the police and some other personnel that he cannot look after her and he is not responsible for her because he has his own issues. So in such scenarios, why doesn't somebody listen to people like us who are having practical experience on the ground on dealing with psychiatric cases, especially homeless people? We are just, these psychiatric people are just going round and round the bush, and everybody is not following the procedure which needs to be followed. We understand government has no psychiatric homes. That's okay, till they don't have the psychiatric homes, we are able to shelter them. But picking up somebody from the street and dropping them home directly is not the right thing to do at this point of time for this particular type of case in which the lady with the red sari is suffering from mental disabilities. So it's my urgent request once again to Goa Police, especially both the SPs North and South, please form 2 teams North and South, give us 1 PSI for North, 1 PSI for South, and give us 1 DYSP. We will help you to reduce this stress, trouble, tension, worries, issues which are going on the street for many, many years.
Freddy Fernandez for Herald TV.
Revelers celebrated Holi with great joy and a lavish splash of colors. Also known as the Festival of Colors, the festival is celebrated to mark the beginning of spring and is also known as the Festival of Love. It is one of the most popular and significant festivals in Hinduism. The Panjim Sigmotsav Samiti held a lovely Holi celebration at Azad Maidan in Panjim. Holi programs were also held in other parts of Goa. Witness the joy and colors of Holi across Goa on Tuesday.
Happy Holi!
Holy celebrations at Vasco kicked off after offering prayers at the temple of Lord Damodar. The celebrations were organized by Mormugao Shigmotsav Samiti. Devin Gaonkar, Sagun Gowde, and Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
Many traditional forms of worship and folk dances are held on the eve of Holi. At Nachinola Aldona, Homkund was offered at Ravalgadi Devastan Nachinola on the occasion of Holi. In Morjim, Kanja Gaura traditional Holi folk dance and folk songs were presented at Daboda Devasthan in Morjim in the run-up to Holi on Monday. Take a look.
Many traditional forms of worship and folk dances are held on the eve of Holi. At Nashnala Aldona, Homkund was offered at Ravalgadi Devasthan Nashnala on the occasion of Holi. In Morji, Kanja Gaura traditional Holi folk dance and folk songs were presented at Dadoba Devasthan Morji in the run-up to Holi on Monday. Take a look.
आम्ही पारंपरिक शिगम्याच्या निमतान आम्ही आमच्या दाडोबाच्या स्थळार ही वळी घातलेली आहा आयज वळी घातलेली आहा आणि आमचे चडशे भुरगे हे उत्साह असो खेळपाक हे वळयेच्या निमतान अशें खूब जाण जमतात आणि आम्ही वळी आयज आशिवासून खास करून आशिवासून हाडलेली आहा आणि आमची वळी सावरीची असता.
कसलो खेळ आता खेळात तुम्ही
आता आणि हे होळी जशी विधिवत स्थापना केल्या उपरांत होळये भोवती आम्ही कांजा गवळा म्हणतात तसे आमचे मोडजेचो पारंपरीक कांजा गवळा हो खेळ आम्ही होळये भोवती खेळलेलो आसा.
Many have opted into organic product consumption due to resurgence in organic farming. Today, in the special story, we will tell you about a local farmer from Giri, Dasharath Madgaonkar, whose entire livelihood is dependent on farming, organic farming. He is not only famous for cultivating local vegetables, but also for cultivating vegetables which are rarely grown in Goa, like broccoli, red cabbage and other vegetables and fruits. Watch what he has to say.
Organic farming is the new key. Many have opted into organic product consumption to organic farming. Today in our special story, we will tell you about a local farmer from Girim, whose entire livelihood is dependent on farming, but organic farming. He is not only famous for cultivating local vegetables and fruits, but also for cultivating vegetables which are rarely grown in Goa, like broccoli, red cabbage, and other different kinds of vegetables, fruits, and flowers. Herald made sure that we cover this story and met this farmer. We also met a local representative who has been in forefront to support such kind of activities and promote organic farming. Watch the story.
ब्रोकली आमी हे लायता ते पोंदाक पयलीं ताका म्हणजे ऑर्गॅनिक शेत खत घालचें पडटा जे शेण खत हांव कितें नुस्त्याचे हे बोडकां बी कुसोवन सगळें ते पयलीं फोणक्याक घालता भितर आनी मागीर वयर हे लायता ब्रोकली लायता ब्रोकली जावं पिंक कॅबेज व्हायट कॅबेज फ्लावर बी ते सगळें आमी तशें लायता आनी मागीर हांव अशें पाट कशें करून तेतून ते मागीर उदीक सोडटा तेतून मागीर नुस्त्याचें उदीक बी तशें हें करून तें सोडटा 15 दिसांनी एकदां हांव तें सोडटा तेका लागून म्हाका हे बरें साऱ्याची बी हांव म्हाका गरजूच पडना हांव स्वता करूनच हें करता शेण बी हांव मातशें भायले हाडटा सो म्हाज्या हितून आमच्या शेतकारांनी अशें शेतां लावची ऑर्गेनीक फार्मींग करचें आनी तरेतरेचे पीक लावचें हितून शेतकारांकूय फायदो आसा आनी गव्हर्मेंटाच्यो जायत्यो स्किमी आसा ज्यो थोड्या शेतकारांक खबर ना त्यो गव्हर्मेंटाच्या स्किमींचे शेतकारांनी फायदो घेवचो आनी अशे तरेन हे न्यू जनरेशन आहा तेंच्यांनी गव्हर्मेंट सगळ्यांक जॉब प्रोवायड करूंक शकना सो आपले सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट अशें करून हें करूंक शकता आनी चडांत चड लोकांनी ऑर्गेनीक फार्मिंगाचेर इंट्रस्ट हें करपाचो म्हटल्यार ऑर्गेनीक फार्मींग करपाचें हितून लोकांकूय बरें आनी तुमकांय बरें.
A story by Prakash Kadikar for Herald TV.
Raya Rachol defeated Gonwal Asolda 2-1 and moved into the quarterfinals of the 16th Rebello Pandal football tournament organized by Rebello Pandal at St. Rita's Church ground, Maina, Salseth.
Imam Sab opened the scoreline with a power-packed shot for Raya Rachol in the 6th minute. 3 minutes later, Piston took a long ranger which crossed into Raya Rachol net and equalized for Govala Solda. It was Elton of Raya Rachol who netted the match winner with a placement shot in the 67th minute. After the final whistle, the scoreline was Raya Rachol defeated Goval Asolda 2-2 and moved into the quarterfinals of the 16th minute wherein Rebello Pandal football tournament. A story by Ignacio Nerona for Herald TV.
Kurtorim Gymkhana registered a solitary goal victory over St. Anthony's Sports Club of Asolda and moved into the quarterfinals of the late Afonso Aguirre Memorial Football Tournament organized by Kunkolam Union at Kunkolam Ground, Kunkolam.
In the first half, Asolda in the very 8th minute, Victoriano Fernandez missed an easy opportunity of a pass and Sukur Fernandez. In the 17th minute, Asolda Alfino Pichetto missed the target off through pass from Victorino Fernandez. In the next minute, Victorino missed the target. The first half, both the teams failed to score. In the second half, Kurtorim took the lead in the 30th minute through Jovel Hilario. In this match, Kurtorim Gymkhana registered a solidarity goal victory over St. Anthony Sports Club of Asolda and moved into the quarterfinals of the late Alfonso Aguirre Memorial Football Tournament.
Jersey number 8, Floyd Hilario, jersey number 5, Elias Fernandez, jersey number 7, Amar Estivera, jersey number 14, Sheldon Lewis, jersey number 5, Apilio Fernandez, jersey number 12, Manuel Castana, jersey number 6, Gilbert Fernandez, jersey number 4, Joy Hilario, jersey number 15, Casey Bogoto, jersey number 13, and the substitutes are Anthony Fernandez, jersey number 3, Cristo Hilario, jersey number 31, Alistair Costa, jersey number 17, Ryan Rodriguez, jersey number 5, and then Johnson Bogoto, jersey number 22. All the rest for both the teams.
Story by Nasir Narona for Herald TV.
Former chairpersons have alleged that Margao MLA Digambar Kamath and Margao municipality councillors are defaulters. They have not paid their dues to the municipality for various greeting hoardings which they had put up to wish people on various occasions. Savio Coutinho and Ghansham Shirodkar alleged that MMC is not doing a recovery and not even issuing trade licenses. They also alleged that they were either doing duplicate agreements for sale or undervaluing them. They also demanded that the long-delayed February salaries of MMC staff be paid immediately.
Till last month 15 lakhs फारीक करताले. आता फ्रेश टेंडर करून कित्याक तांकां सामके खास पडले आहा की तशेंच भशेन तांकांच कंटिन्यू करपाक बरें. आता तो पेमेंट जो 15 lakhs आशिल्लो पर मंथ तो आता एक 24 lakhs जावपा आसा. पर मंथ फ्रॉम 15 lakhs it is going to 24 lakhs. सो हो एडिशनल बर्डन येता. मागीर आनीक म्हणल्यार रेव्हेन्यू सपोज आमकां घेवपा जाय. आमचे ओन कावन्सिलर आनी मडगांवचो आमदार पयलीं सुद्दां डिफॉल्टर हे आमगे फूल चार्ज जावन आसा. Serious charge that they are defaulters to the council. How? तुम्ही लोकांक हे होर्डिंग जावं बॅनर्स घालपाक पेमेंट करपाक लायता. एवरी फेस्टिवल तुम्ही हे घालतात एडवर्टिजमेंट घालतात विशिंग पीपल आनी तेजेर आमी RTI सुद्दां मागली आनी कंप्लेन सुद्दां केले विथ फोटोग्राफ कित्याक तुमकां सपोज तुमचो मार्केट इन्स्पेक्टर जावं कोण पावना जाल्यार तांकां इजी करपा खातीर आमी इवन विथ फोटोग्राफ्स एविडन्स दिल्ले खंय खंय बोर्ड घातले ते. आज पासून हेजेर रिकवरी जावना ना म्हणल्यार ते पेमेंटूय कलेक्ट जावना फ्रॉम दीस. सो हातून आमदारूय आसा मडगांवचो. सो तुमी जेन्ना लोकांक एग्जाम्पल सेट करना की टॅक्स आपली फारीक करपा जाय जाल्यार लोक कसो करतलो. तुमी फक्त लॉयल टॅक्स पेयरा फाटल्यान धांवता रिकवरी म्हण पण तुमचेच पयशे सारकें उरना. मार्केटा भितर आमी हें काडलें RTI काडली जे म्युनिसिपल शॉप्स आहात 561 शॉप्स आसात म्युनिसिपालिटी ओन म्युनिसिपल ओन्ड आहात. तितूंतले फक्त 15 जाणां ट्रेड लायसन्स आहात. आतां तुमी जेन्ना तुमच्याच मार्केटान सपोज ट्रेड लायसन्स तांकां दिवपाक शकना जाल्यार तुमी खंयच शॉपान तुमी लोकांचे हें करतात प्रायवेट आंदोलन हें घेवपाक ट्रेड लायसन्स घेवपाक. सो हो इतलो रेव्हेन्यू जो बिल्ड अप करपाक जातालो तो तुमी खंय तरी वगडायतात.
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
In a startling statement, Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju has said separation of powers was discussed at the Commonwealth Law Conference, since there may be some efforts by the branches of government to transgress into another's territory. It is fraught with a lot of risks. Though the doctrine of separation of powers is there in the Constitution, it is discussed since there may be some challenges to it. He, however, did not say in which country these efforts to transgress separation of powers of doctrine.
Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju firmly asserted that the Indian judiciary is 100% independent. 56 countries are attending the Commonwealth Law Conference being held in Goa, which will be on from 5th to 9th March 2023. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said Goa's Uniform Civil Code was appreciated at the conference.
The Constitution says that there must be clear-cut separation of power, and it is well defined. That is why if some discussion are taking place, it could be because there are some challenges to that separation of power. There must be some effort to transgress into another's territory. It is a fraud with lot of risk to transgress into somebody's territory. One must be very mindful about the constitutional provisions.
We're also talking about the independence of the judiciary and need to ensure that
yes,
there
Indian judiciary is 100% independent. There is no question about it and nobody can challenge it.
The Commonwealth Conference आज गोंयान ऑर्गनायज केला आनी ह्या टास्क सेक्शनाक गव्हर्नर आशिल्ले लॉ युनियन मिनिस्टर किरण रिजिजू एटेंड केले. मोर देन 56 कंट्रीज ह्या 23rd कॉमनवेल्थ कॉन्फरन्सान पार्टिसिपेट जाता. 5 तारखेच्यान 9 तारखेपर्यंत कॉमनवेल्थच्यो कॉन्फरन्स वेगवेगळ्या कंट्रीज ह्या पार्टिसिपेट जाता आसतना कॉमनवेल्थचे वेरियस इश्यूज ते डिस्कस करतले. गोंयच्या नुसार ही खूब व्हड गजाल आसा. आमी ताका म्हणटा की अशा पद्दतीन 56 कंट्रीज पार्टिसिपेट जावप आनी कॉमनवेल्थ गोंयान जावप. गोंयच्या बारीक स्टेटी खातीर सगळ्यांत व्हडलो कॉन्फरन्स आसा हो. किरण रिजिजून स्पेशली हो कॉन्फरन्स ताका हांगा घेवपाक रिक्वेस्ट केली आनी तांच्यांनी हो कॉमनवेल्थ कॉन्फरन्स हांगा घेतल्या बद्दल हांव कॉमनवेल्थ आनी किरण रिजिजू हांचेय खूब खूब धन्यवाद म्हणटा. म्हाका दिसता वेरियस इश्यूज फुडले तेंचे जे कॉमनवेल्थाचे वेगवेगळे इश्यूज रिगार्डींग द लॉ डिस्कस जातले, डिलिब्रेट जातले फुडल्या 5 दिसां खातीर. गोंयांतलो कॉमन सिवील कोड नियत सदांच एप्रिसिएट केलो वता. ऑनरेबल गव्हर्नर हांच्यांनी मेन्शनूय केलें तेज्या बद्दल आनी म्हाका दिसता फुडल्या येता त्या 3-4 दिसां भितर गोंयांतलो युनिफॉर्म सिवील कोड आनी गोंयांत आशिल्ली लॉ सिस्टम इवन दो आमचे हायकोर्ट जज हांच्यांनी तांकां सगळ्यांक इन्वायटूय केलें की हायकोर्ट बिल्डींग जी आसा गोंयांतली ती मुद्दामून तेंच्यांनी पळोवची. कारण अशा पद्दतीची वन ऑफ द प्रेस्टिजियस बिल्डींग गव्हर्मेंट ऑफ गोवा हायकोर्टा खातीर तयार करून दिवपाक शकले ही एक व्हड गजाल आसा. त्या ती तेंच्यांनी ताका वेलकमूय केलें आनी मुद्दाम बिल्डींग पळोवपाकूय इन्वायट केलें.
ब्युरो रिपोर्ट, हेरल्ड टीव्ही.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh arrived in Goa to attend the first Naval Commanders Conference of 2023, which commenced on Monday. The first part of the conference, which will be held on board India's first igneous aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant, in the Arabian Sea off Goa. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will address the naval commanders on board the carrier.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh arrived in Goa on Monday. He landed at the INS Hansa Daboli. Singh was received by Protocol Minister Movin Gudino. The Defence Minister will address naval commanders on board India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant, in the Arabian Sea off Goa. The conference is seen as a forum to discuss important security issues at the military and strategic level, as well as interact with civilian government's top functionaries. Bureau Report, Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thank you for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Herald of Facebook and Twitter. Till then, take care and goodbye.